Okay guys, what's going on? This is Mike here from Winthrop Holsters. I know it's been a little while since we've uploaded a video talking about any of our products or anything that we've been doing. It's been about 6 months actually, but we are officially back. Today we're coming back with basically the new kid on the block, the Sig Sauer P365. This one, our mold, just has the standard flush fit 10 round mag. Don't have the fancy extended 12 round mag on here, but this is just one of our molds from Cook's Gun Molds, our favorite company to get gun molds from. They're always perfectly accurate, never had any issues with any breaking other than we've dropped a couple, and can't really blame them for that. But this one, just wanted to go over all of our different holster options for this pistol. Starting off, we have our outside the waistband Pancake style, very concealable. Even though it is worn outside the waistband, it's not as uncomfortable as say inside the waistband, so you don't really feel it pressing up against you throughout the day. Then next up we have our inside the waistband with the dual snaps, worn about your 3:30 to 4 o'clock position, so just behind your hip if you're a right-handed shooter, just behind your hip if you're a left-handed shooter as well. These just all happen to be right-handed because I'm right-handed. Next up is the inside the waistband with just the single metal spring clip. Now this one has probably been the most popular option that we've seen customers go for, but we've actually had to correct this pattern a little bit because, as you can see right here, the way that the body shield kind of sits forward of the rear of the slide does cover the sights really well, but as you can see, doesn't really cover the rear of the slide all the way, so it does kind of rub up against you a little bit. So what we actually did, and it just took us a couple weeks to get it made and everything, we actually had a new die made specifically to fix this issue. So if you order one of these right now, you'll be receiving one of the new ones because we just received the die today, and they'll be in production first thing Monday. So this one can be worn anywhere on your strong side. So from appendix all the way back to like your 3:30, 4 o'clock. I just pointed on my waist where that was with my hand, even though you guys can't see it. So as I talk about this a little bit more, I am actually going to show you guys a little bit of footage of it being worn. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to that now. But this one, as you can see right here, the spring clip is attached with a single rivet. All of our clips now are powder coated as well, so there's no issue with them ever rusting or anything like that. So this style holster, obviously because it has the spring clip, can be worn either with or without a belt, whereas both of come on camera, both of our other options do require a belt to be worn. Any 1.5 inch wide gun belt will work just fine with either of these holsters. If you need it, the holster to be made for 1.75 inches, say if you have like a duty belt or something a little bit more technical, we can always do that as well. We can widen the slots up to 1.75 inches or put longer straps on the inside the waistband for 1.75 inches as well. But as you can see, the fit of this holster here is very, very nice. Comes right to the bottom there, so it doesn't overlap at all, so that you're not going to have any dirt or debris build up in there. As always with our holsters, you can always hold it upside down, never going to fall out. Years down the road, leather does expand obviously, but that's basically it for this one. Again, I just showed you guys how it's worn in both positions, so let's go ahead and move on to the inside with the dual snaps. Set that one off to the side. And next up is this one here. So I'm going to set the mold down there and just show you guys this one. Now these straps are held in place with just a single Phillips head screw. So you do need to make sure that stays tight. What you can do to prevent it from loosening up on you is just back that screw out of there, put a single drop of blue Loctite. You can pick it up at any auto parts store or hardware store for like $1. Put a single drop of blue Loctite in the nut and tighten that screw back down, and that'll prevent the straps from ever spinning and falling off on you. Reason we don't do that straight from the factory is because a lot of our customers like to actually spin the straps, and that way they can adjust it for if they're wearing it slightly further forward, slightly further back. That way the straps actually line up with their belt. So we just make sure that they're nice and tightened down when you receive it, and then you can adjust it, retighten it down, or put the blue Loctite on and make sure that they never come open. Now this style holster also does have the reinforcement piece on the front here. That helps with reholstering. It'll never keep the holster completely, it'll never prevent it from closing up completely, but as you can see right there on the front, like in the sight channel section of the holster, it does keep it open, even whenever your belt is over top of it. So to reholster, it is very, very easy, but it's never going to be, I'm trying to think how to explain it. It's never going to be like a Kydex holster to where it always stays open no matter what. But to reholster, it is still very easy. You can still do it with one hand. Just takes a little while to get used to for reholstering. Obviously, with concealed carry, reholstering is not your biggest concern. It's being able to draw the firearm. So other than that, body shield on this one, I'll go ahead and insert. Body shield on this one does cover very, very well. Just a little nub of the rear of the slide stays up. This piece over time here, this little corner, does also wrap in, especially if you're like me or any of us, you have a little bit of a spare tire around the waist, sort of bends in, and still very, very comfortable drawing position. I wish we had a mold with that extension on there to be able to get my pinky on it, but that's more of an issue with the firearm than the holster. So as you can see, like I pointed out before, these are T-nuts that hold the screws on the back. There's 3 teeth on each of these that actually bite into the leather. So even if, say, one of these straps does loosen up on you without you realizing it and it falls off, the T-nut should still stay in place. But even if the T-nut does fall off as well, just give us a ring. All of these parts are guaranteed for life. All of our holsters do have lifetime warranty. Also right here, you can't really tell from the camera, but that's just our made in the USA stamp that we have on all of our holsters, because all of our products are proudly made in the USA. So let's go ahead and switch. Now this one, like you can see right there, did have a little bit more retention at first. That will need to be broken in, but once it's broken in, it'll be very, very easy to draw. Now, last but not least is the regular outside the waistband, pancake style. Like always, can turn it upside down, never gonna fall out. Even with the real pistol that isn't as tactile as the gun mold, still never gonna have it fall out on you. We've had probably about 7 or 8 of these come into our shop so far that I've seen, that I've dealt with personally, and they all fit exactly like this gun mold does. Really not too much to talk about on this holster. Obviously, you can see the body shield does a very good job of covering on this one. You got plenty of coverage from the body shield, but it still doesn't hinder your draw at all. Your hand really doesn't come in contact with the leather until right above the trigger guard, which once it's on your waist, you're not going to be able to get your finger in there anyways. So it's not going to hinder your draw whatsoever. So that's really about it for these. The stitch lines are very, very clean for this pistol. We have also switched a little bit of our design for like the Glock holsters since last time we did any videos, to where on the trigger guard we're actually flaring out the stitch line to make it a little bit easier to draw and reholster whenever the holster is brand new. So just a little bit of change there. Doesn't apply to this holster whatsoever, but I thought I'd just throw that in since it's been so long since we've done a video. Yeah, guys, other than that, I think we're all set on this one. Hopefully I was able to include some footage of these being worn on all 3 different patterns. But you can find this one directly on our website at winthropholsters.com. There's also a description in the box down below, a link in the description to take you to each one of these individual holsters. We switched around our website a little bit since last time we did some videos too, so there's no way that we can link directly to the product specifically, but it will link to the style holster, and then once you're on the style holster, like this one is Pancake, this one is Covert, and this one here is just the regular inside the waistband single spring clip. So once you're on that page, you'll be able to click on the drop down menu, select your firearm, which in this case would obviously be the Sig P365, and from there you select right-handed, left-handed, black, brown, so on and so forth. Very, very user-friendly, so we made those changes since last time that you guys were around as well. So other than that, that's all we got for this video. Next up is probably going to be the Kimber Micro 9. Going to go over a similar overview of all of those holsters for you guys, so stay tuned for that. That'll probably be around in a few days as well. Until next time, guys, peace out.